Great listeners. I'm excited for today. This is something we've never done before. We have a parent of two high school students, one who really has had a lot of fun, exciting career shifts in her life that has somehow, is probably eating, sleeping, living, breathing college life, both at home and in her careers. Allie, we'd love to hear a little bit more about you. And we're really lucky. Her daughter's hopped on for a little bit. So
Well, hi, and thank you so much for having me. My name is Allie Dorfman, and as you said, I'm a former TV producer. I spent most of my career at CBS News. I worked at the Today Show, ABC. I've kind of been everywhere. Storytelling is basically in my DNA. It's what I've done for so many years. It's what I love. And I have two daughters, and now in ninth and 11th grade. And when Emme, my 11th grader, was starting high school, started to think about college, I knew it was around the corner, no pun intended. And I really started to look into it, and I felt like there was not a place where I could find everything in one place. It just seemed like the whole college planning journey was very fragmented. So I came up with this idea to create the College and Dorm Corner. It's a one-stop shop for everything you need in college. You can find everything from a test prep tutor, college experts, summer planning experiences, everything you need. Then you get in all of the gifts and then the dorm decor. So really kind of this one-stop platform to help families and students in the college planning journey.
Well, amazing. I think I told you, Hallie, when we first met, it's definitely a resource I'll be using when my kids, go to college. So maybe we could talk a little bit about what it's been like so far as a parent going through the college process. I'm just interested. I mean, junior year is the year that I know for my patients it's like buckle up, like things are getting serious. The train
Yeah.
has left the station and emotions are running high. What's the current climate over there in the Dorfman household?
Well, it's been a lot. First of all, just having a teenage daughter in and of itself is a lot. But then obviously thinking about college and the next chapter in Emmy's life is a big thing. So it's just a lot. I'll let Emmy explain more, but everything from, she does a lot of sports and test prep and then all the keeping up with the grades and thinking about extracurriculars. It's sort of a lot. And we're trying to juggle it all and not be too stressed out about it. But obviously, there are stresses that come with it. There's conflicts between us because I want to push Emmy, but I don't want to push too hard. So it's been an interesting dynamic, but thank God it's going really well so far.
What about you, Emmy?
Yeah, hi. Thank you for having me. I'm Emmy. I'm a junior and I'm pretty busy. So, I get very stressed out at times and, it's hard to try and balance everything, as my mom said. But I think that just, the most important thing is that you still, find time to, decompress. And, I always remind myself, I say, every time I'm stressed out, I always end up, being fine. You just need to tell yourself, it won't take as much time to do all of your work and do everything as you think it will. You're making everything worse in your head, so you kind of just need to remember that it's not the end of the world if you don't get a perfect score on or a perfect grade on all of your tests. It's not. It's everything is a small piece, so you just need to remember to balance everything and not hyperfixate on one specific thing.
I love that idea of everything being a small piece because, yeah, it's sort of so many people have done this before. They all they survive, they get through it, you included. All right, so we're going to try something a little bit new here. For the Gen Xers in the room, we might have remembered a show called the new Newlywed Game, where we would kind of ask different couples a question and they would have to answer and pull up their cards at the same time. So we're going to ask Allie and Emmy, we're going to put them to the test a little bit. We'll ask you the same question. Don't answer right away. We want you to form your question first, and then we'll allow you both to kind of answer in your own time. All right, so we're going to get a little bit of mom said, daughter said perspectives here. So this first piece is on the kind of the letting go aspect of this. So on a scale from 0 to 10, how independent do you think the student should be when it comes to doing their college applications and choosing their top choice? So kind of form your answers. Let me know when you're ready.
Wait, is 10 the most independent?
Thank you for asking, Emmy. Yes, that's a great question. 10 is the most independent.
Okay.
1 is the least independent. All right. If you have your answer, kind of give us a thumbs up. I see Emmy's thinking. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
6.
6.
I was going to say 5.
Okay. So both kind of in the middle there. Emmy, what makes yours a 5?
I think that obviously I want as much guidance as I can, but I also want to be left alone at times and not feel like I'm being pressured by what other people think to like make up what I want. And like I like just doing like research on my own and like seeing things online, TikTok, Instagram that help me like forge my own path, I guess.
Yeah. Allie, what about
Yeah.
you?
No, I would say that you want to give your child independence, but there's also, you have to guide them a little bit because, like, again, there's so many external forces and so many internal things going on with all the other stuff she said she's doing. So it's like the balance of independence with kind of helping them because there's just so much to navigate.
Yeah. All right. Good job. You guys were really, really close there. Good first round.
Looking back, when was the moment you realized, oh my gosh, college is actually happening? So give me a timestamp. Let me know when you're ready. Okay, Allie's ready. Emmy's ready.
Is she ready or rubbing her eyes?
I think that was more of a oi, less of a ready.
She's like kindergarten.
I'd say like this past summer, like when I had to start like ACT prep. And
Okay.
I realized that like even though like maybe I was like kind of satisfied with my grades in school, like this wasn't something that's like you could like I don't know. It was just kind of like scary, like taking it with like a bunch of like other students from other schools, like you're like
Right.
competing with everyone.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm
Things
going to
are
have to agree. I'm going to agree with her. I was going to say this summer she went away for a few weeks and came back and it was like buckle down. And she
Yeah.
was determined to take the ACT in September. So all of August, she was like, let me try to get through this. So I don't have to worry about it junior year. She was not satisfied. So we're still go. When I say, see, that's the thing too. I'm saying we're still going.
Yeah.
She is still going, but therein lies the independence, codependence.
Right.
So she's still going. We're probably going to stop after the next round. But I think this summer when it was like kind of knowing that junior year was coming up and test prep and starting soccer season, it was like college is coming and we got to hunker down.
Yeah, you
Right.
can see the big wave. All right, you guys are still really in sync. Very impressive so far. Let's see if you can stay in tune for this next one.
Let's
Oh,
turn
yeah.
the camera off and see if we're still in sync.
All right. So, how often do you think you should talk once you get to college? How frequently would you like to keep in communication and in what way? Like text versus FaceTime versus written letters, old school style.
We're not going to agree on this one.
All right. Everyone have their answer?
Yeah.
All right.
You go first.
At least once a day, probably more.
Okay.
Like talking or texting?
Just communicating at some point, knowing that like, okay, you're fine.
I think like texting, like, yeah, that could be every day. But like calling or FaceTiming, like I don't know. I don't like know how busy. Probably like 3 times, 4 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
God, I'm going to be like stalking you. Life 360.
All right. Yeah. I mean, we hear this a lot, right? We've had a few episodes on this where people have actually been in their junior year looking back and having to navigate a little bit of that. So, and this is certainly sometimes we start to see, parents or mom want to talk a lot and the college student is like, hey, I need some breathing room, or here's what's going on in my life and I can't really share single aspect of it. Yeah.
Right,
But that Life 360 question comes up, right? It's like,
Disabled.
yeah.
Well,
It's a learning curve for sure, for both sides. Like, how do you get used to the new normal?
right. Okay. What family rule or expectation do you think should be retired once college starts
Like for me or for like
for
Yeah.
you?
Or you could give a family rule to mom if you want. I think
Like, what do you, like, for example, like,
curfew,
Oh.
things like that.
Privacy, like I think like sometimes parents have like a little bit more awareness of whether through technology or spending on bank accounts or even health privacy. There's a lot of things, I think.
that's a hard one.
Yeah,
Because I feel like you're always parenting. So it seems hard to ask your child to relinquish something, even though they go to college.
yeah, like I would say like I wouldn't like mind. Like I'd still have my Life 360 on. Like if I need to like Venmo someone, like I feel like I still like ask my dad for that. Like I don't think I wouldn't want to like do too much on my own. I don't know. Like maybe
And I'm going to say nothing. I feel like just because you go to
I
college,
feel like there's not nothing. Like stuff would probably come up. I just can't think of it yet.
Well, do you think that mom should be able to tell you when to go to bed and when to be back
Like
in the dorm?
I feel like the only time I like kind of have a strict curfew is if I'm like driving. Like if I'm driving, I have to be home by 11. But like I don't know, sometimes I'm out past when you're asleep. I guess like usually like I have to text you like what I'm doing like every night. Like if I'm out
Yeah.
I'll say, like, I'm going here. If I'm getting in an Uber, I have to say I'm getting in an Uber. I don't know if I would necessarily have to do that once I'm in college. Like, oh, I'm getting in an Uber with these people. Like, I don't think I would, like, highlight every specific detail of my night usually.
Okay. All
Right.
right.
I guess I agree with that it's like if she's out till like 2 in the morning in college, like, first of all,
Yeah.
I'm sleeping at like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
I wouldn't see it till the next morning anyway. Now I wait up. I probably won't wait up as much in college, or hopefully I won't wait up as much in college because that will be many sleepless nights.
Like maybe a little bit of out of sight, out of mind would be a good thing.
Maybe.
So, what's the correct percentage of time spent thinking about things like college essays and the prep for the applications versus the fun stuff like dorm decorations and kind of the what has the best kind of sports scene or party scene at the school?
Okay, you go first.
I would say like 70-30 right now because she's a junior. So probably more of the essays, the college application. She's starting to think already about a common app essay topic and stuff like that. Obviously, the dorm decorating, that's exciting. And through my business, obviously, she follows me and knows that's the next step in the journey. But right now, as a junior, it's more the academic stuff. Although you brought up sports, that's super interesting too, because, you see Indiana, Miami, all these schools that could be on her list and you see them doing well in sports. Is that having an influence on maybe where you want to go to school? So I think that, or you think about, you're in Nashville, Vanderbilt, all of a sudden this year they had an amazing football team. So I would say the sports is part of like where she wants to go to school and then going to the games and the tailgates and what you're going to wear. So I would say still 70-30, but that other stuff plays a big part as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 75-25, but I'm thinking like maybe I'd change it to like a little less, like maybe more like 80-20 because like I don't like I don't know, I'm like only thinking about just like getting into college. I haven't
Yeah.
really thought about like after that. And
Mhm.
like yeah, like sports is obviously really important to me. Like I go to a big high school, so like going to sports games is like my favorite like part of high school. But like, I don't know. I don't think like dorm stuff and like fun stuff is like my
Has
priority right now.
gotten there yet.
Yeah, but I'm curious, but because mom had you giving you a little bit more percentage points. So, Allie, why would you say 30%? Like, what part of that feels
I
like,
thought maybe because she's always on TikTok and, they're always looking at things and you're seeing all like, the influence. You see like an Alex Earl, she went to Miami and things that she's posting. So I just assumed based on social media that
Yeah.
maybe that was more in her brain. But it's interesting that she's more into the academic stuff, which
Yeah.
I know, but the percentage is a little surprising to me.
Yeah.
actually kind of like the idea that you gave her some more wiggle room to think about the fun stuff, right? At the end of the day, that's highly motivating to kind of be able to picture yourself where you are. I know you're just in the beginning of the process. So I like that you also are saying, okay, first of all, it's just about putting in the groundwork, kind of laying the brick, levels to get to where I need to go. But in a way, this was kind of nice to see mom giving you more space to have the excitement for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's part of it too. Like I still like am best friends with my college friends and like, we still travel and do things together. So I think that I want that obviously to be a big part of it as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. You're 7, 8 months in. Last question. Okay. If you had like 15 seconds, I'm not going to time you, to give advice to a family about to start the college process, what would you tell them? What's your one piece of advice? No.
I would just use the cliche that it's a marathon, not a sprint. And you have to just really take it in stride and pace yourself and know that it will all work out. You have to just know your kid, what works for them, and just really, be confident that it will all work out.
What about you, Emmy?
I'd say like what you're doing, like make sure you're actually interested in this. Like I feel like I say this to my sister, like don't like take classes that you're not interested in because you're not gonna like excel in them. Like you're not gonna like make connections with the teachers in those classes. Like it's just important to focus on what you're interested in and how you can like connect that to different aspects of your life.
I love that. Okay.
love
So,
that.
from the wise expert, Emmy.
Maybe she has a future career working with you guys.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, because in a way, even though you feel like you're new to the process, people who haven't gotten there yet are looking at you, kind of wondering what it feels like. So
Yeah.
that's great advice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like another just like an example, I feel like I spent like 2 years of high school taking like journalism and like I couldn't like do like well in it really because like you kind of had to like dedicate, if you wanted to do well, you had to like dedicate a lot of time outside of school to it. And I play 3 sports. So like it was hard for me to like dedicate all of my time to like both things at once. So just like focusing on like what you care about the most kind of.
Yeah, I love that.
I think it's also like FOMO, like you see other people doing things
Yeah.
and you feel like you have to do it too. And I think for Emme, like she came to the realization, like I'm a journalist, like I love it. So when she was like, and I was like, you'll write for the paper and you could interview people. She's like, but that's not my passion. Like just because you love it and you're good at it, I'm interested in other things. So I think it's also from a parent perspective, letting your kid do what they can excel in and what they love, not necessarily what we are good at and what we love, because everyone's different. And so I think that's part of it too, letting them do what they're passionate about.
Yeah. I love
Yeah,
that.
I love that. I'm glad, Emmy, you have like your own internal compass, and that Allie, you've let her kind of let go of things that maybe weren't a good fit for her. And we
I'm
wish you
still
all the
upset about it, but no, I'm kidding. I still wanted that editor of the school newspaper, but maybe in college she'll do that.
Yeah, hint, hint.
Okay, well, we need to let this busy junior go get some work done on a snow day, and hopefully some time to relax as well at some point. Thank
Yep.
you, Emmy, for being on. We really
Yes.
appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.